Welcome to Revenge with Lyra. My parents, aunt, and cousin had already taken over my apartment. I paused at the entrance, my backpack slung over one shoulder, staring at the scene like an intruder in my own space. Chatter echoed from the living room, mixed with the clink of glasses. My chatter hijacked from a forgotten routine. Suitcases cluttered the foyer, tagged with vacation stickers in neon colors. My aunt's oversized sun hat perched on my coat rack like a crown of conquest. "Just crashing for a bit before the cruise," she called out, beaming. Behind her, my mom unpacked snacks onto my coffee table as if she'd never left. My cousin lugged in a cooler, whistling casually like it was all routine. "Hi everyone, my name is Lyra Voss. I'm 28. And if you assume this story wraps up with family bonding, think again, because that afternoon wasn't about travel prep. It was the instant I understood family overreach can masquerade as affection with a side of imposition. I'd rented this apartment 2 years back. Every square foot claimed through overtime shifts and side gigs that left me exhausted but proud. When the lease renewed in my name, I'd toasted myself with cheap wine on this very balcony. They knew that. Yet here they were, converting my haven into a pre-vacation pit stop. "Dad," I stammered. "Why not book a hotel?" "Oh honey, it's only for a few days," he replied, dismissing it with a pat on my shoulder. "You're single. No point wasting money when you've got room." My cousin grinned. "Think of it as family bonding time." The room smelled like sunscreen and stale expectations. On the side table, my journal lay open, pages rifled through with a stranger's curiosity. Tiny unspoken trespass. I nodded, but it wasn't agreement. It was strategy. If they believed I'd roll over, they'd overlooked who footed the bills for this view. That evening, as they planned itineraries in my den, I fired up my phone and began plotting a twist that would make them regret their uninvited stay. The following dawn, light filtered through the blinds, illuminating bags that didn't belong. My aunt's sandals sparkled near the door. Dad's newspaper sprawled on my armchair. The aroma of his aftershave permeated the air, the same one he'd doused on my childhood awards when they fell short. I brewed tea and discovered herbal instead of black. "Who swapped this?" I grumbled. His mom chirped. "Caffeine wrecks your nerves before trips." "Relax." I forced a smile. "Nerves aren't wrecked by tea, Mom. Intrusions are." By 10 a.m., the apartment buzzed like a terminal. My cousin set up a laptop for virtual tours. "We'll map everything from here," she declared. "Wi-Fi spot on." "For what?" "Our travel vlog series. You'll be in it." They morphed my space into a content hub. My bookshelf vanished under chargers and maps. My aunt's partner dropped by with a drone and energy drinks. "Your folks are hilarious," he chuckled. "Like a travel show pilot." I eyed the camera aimed at my sofa and sensed a shift inside. Not fury but precision. When I'd signed for this place, I'd done it solo. Aunt had quipped an apartment's too much hassle for a young woman. Now they were validating her by claiming it as shared turf. I slipped away, entered my bedroom and shut the door. Theo, my best friend and former roommate, picked up immediately. "You sound trapped in a sitcom gone wrong," he said. "They've invaded. The whole presumptuous clan." He chuckled, then sobered. "Plan. Not confrontation," I replied. "Revelation." That night, amid their excited planning, I dug into my emails for a clause few knew about. The sublet provision I'd included for flexibility. It allowed me to short-term rent without prior consent if the space was repurposed for non-residential use. I gazed at my cousin editing vlog clips on my TV. "Bon voyage," I murmured. "Your layover just expired." By Tuesday, the apartment no longer felt like mine. Every corner cluttered. Chargers, guidebooks, empty cans. My daily rhythm drowned in their chatter. I perched on my bed's edge, screen illuminating the dim room. The sublet clause glowed like a hidden ace. Tenant holds authority to activate temporary Airbnb listing if unauthorized commercial endeavors occur. Vlogging qualified. They'd uploaded 3 episodes already. I composed a listing on a premium short-term rental app, Bayview Escapes, The same service that once inquired about my spot for a corporate retreat. They'd bid $10,000 for 4 days. I declined then. Now I posted, available ASAP. When I confirmed, my heart steadied. It wasn't spite. It was restoration. Down the hall, Dad boasted on a call about the urban launchpad. My aunt rehearsed packing tips in my mirror. My cousin debated drone shots. I glided by unseen, a ghost in my domain. But mentally the timer ticked. By afternoon, bookings flooded in. A tech firm confirmed. Thursday to Sunday. Team of 8 terms signed. I saved the confirmation discreetly. At lunch, my cousin handed me a sandwich. "You're distant, Lyra." "Just pondering," I said, "about capacity." "Capacity. We'll vacate post-cruise launch." Mom smirked. "After the prep." "Course," I whispered. "After the prep." That evening, I tucked the rental notice behind my diploma frame. The one from the ceremony they skipped. The poetry nearly elicited a grin. Theo messaged. "Pulled the trigger?" "Affirmative." "You're devious." "No," I responded. "I'm autonomous." Back in the kitchen, the energy drinks flowed. My aunt sloshed one on my counter. "Chill," she said. "It's minor." "Precisely," I thought, wiping it. "And soon it'll be another's mess." Outside, the city lights blurred like a conspiracy unfolding. By dawn, momentum built. The buzzer rang at 7:30 a.m., efficient and unyielding. My cousin, in pajamas, trudged to answer. Early bird delivery. Opening it revealed 5 professionals in Bayview Escapes polos, wheeling in briefcases. "Good morning. Here for the retreat setup." The lead announced brightly. "Instructions to begin immediately." My cousin squinted. "Retreat? What retreat?" The lead consulted her tablet. "Short-term rental by Lyra Voss." She nodded at me. "Ms. Voss, I presume." "Indeed," I affirmed, nursing my tea. "Balconies ideal for brainstorming." "Mind the rugs." Silence gripped for 4 beats. Then eruption. Aunt's tone sharpened. "Lyra, explain this." Calmly I stated, "A corporate group is leasing. You'll need to evacuate for liability." Dad chuckled uneasily. "You wouldn't." "Actually," I interjected, producing the paper. "I would. Unauthorized vlogging nullifies guest status." "Check the details." Faces dropped like dominoes. Shock, rage, chagrin. The coordinator murmured. "So, evict them now?" "Proceed," I directed as they unpacked laptops and whiteboards. My cousin paled, eyeliner streaked. "Lyra, our cruise sails in 4 days." Aware, I soothed. "Motels abound. I'll suggest some." "This is sabotage." "No," I countered. "It's billing actuality." Aunt pleaded once more. "Or kin." I held her gaze. "Kin asks before assuming." In under an hour, their vehicles lined the street, crammed with luggage and gadgets. My cousin grumbled about disloyalty as she exited. I merely waved from the stoop. Inside, the retreat team reshaped my disrupted calm into a workspace, yet it reclaimed my essence. Each flip chart erected mimicked dawn after darkness. The coordinator passed the initial payment. "Thanks for the swift availability, Ms. Voss. You rescued our event." I grinned. "More than you know." Outside, I observed their cars fade into traffic. For the first time that week, the apartment breathed freely. By midday next, my inbox stormed. Voicemails. Aunt 8, Mom 6. Unknown twice. Likely her partner. I let them vibrate into oblivion. The retreat hummed efficiently, cables trailing, aroma of markers and fresh ideas anchoring me. The space pulsed vibrantly without sapping me. 3 p.m. Dad showed regardless. He barged in unmet by resistance. A projector beam startled him. "What's this madness?" he snapped. "A binding rental," I replied. "You breached terms by turning my home into a vlog factory." His volume escalated over keyboard clacks. "You're shaming us pre-trip." Shrugged. "Then skip showcasing my kitchen online." The team averted eyes. I maintained composure. Poise always rattled him over yells. He advanced, muttering fiercely. We taught you respect. Locked eyes. No, you taught compliance. Nuance matters. Outside, Mom lingered on the sidewalk, arms folded tightly. Dad barked. You've snapped. I've asserted limits, I said. You're spoiling our plans. Correction. You spoiled mine initially. He neared. If this leaks, judgment awaits. I smiled subtly. Welcome it. Drama fuels views. That night, I perused their fresh uploads, narratives skewed. Envious cousin evicted us. Feedback divided. Empathy versus doubt. I abstained. Quiet amplified impact. Theo rang. They're milking sympathy. Holding up. Solid, I affirmed. They're scripting my sequel. I eyed the payment slip on my nightstand and the retreat agenda on the counter. Thursday to Sunday, 4 days of sessions, strategy and managed activity. And on Monday, their cruise departure. The apartment would gloriously stand vacant. By Saturday, the team wrapped their final meeting, departing with the space resonant and pristine. The atmosphere carried hints of coffee and serenity. No aftershave, no imposed glee. 4 weeks first, my ideas echoed unhindered. I filled my journal anew, the one they'd invaded, and viewed the skyline ignite over the horizon. The cruise loomed tomorrow. A text flashed from my cousin. Emergency chat. Critical. I nearly dismissed, but intrigue lures like fate. Arriving at their motel. Strain enveloped like mist. Aunt blocked the door, tone fragile. Your ploy drained our budget, Lyra. Mom hovered, suitcase half-zipped. The travel bloggers we booked bailed. Claimed your rental clashed schedules. Grasp your impact. I praised them. The aunt who molded silence in me. The parents who viewed my achievements as air. Unflinching for once. I grasped you occupied my apartment unasked. I said you vlogged sans consent. You shared my location digitally. And treated my items as backdrop. Choices yield outcomes. Her partner emerged, brows furrowed. Will adapt, Lyra. Perhaps you could. No, I cut in, voice gentle yet resolute. Dap sans me. I pivoted to depart. Hold, my cousin urged, cracking. At least join the send-off. Your family rep. The absurdity sparked laughter. That role's claimed by presumption. Her composure shattered. Regret sparked briefly, insufficient to ignite. That dusk, I messaged the cruise coordinator confirming attendance. Scratch one from roster, Lyra Voss. Then accessed a file tagged asset control. The apartment remained mine solely, now bolstered by rental funds and a boundary suit. My advisor aided filing. They overran my domain. I reclaimed equilibrium. Tomorrow their voyage would proceed. As would my subtle reprisal. Sunday dawned vivid. Urban glow bathed the dock, cascading over benches, coolers, and a banner rivaling my rent. I observed from afar. Tea in grasp, peace in tow. Intended distance, yet fascination pulls like resolve veiled. Below, attendees swirled like vibrant ads. Dad navigated groups, charm oozing. Mom Instagrammed relentlessly for fans. My cousin gleamed in gear, a mobile endorsement. Then the shuttle arrived, not transport. A van marked Bayview Escapes pulled alongside. The identical team I'd rented days prior. They saluted, spotting me uphill. I reciprocated once, a mute signal. The coordinator alighted, schedule ready. Here for the travel promo shoot, folks. Deal grants total entry. I'd endorsed the extension personally. Identical provision, fresh aim. Swiftly, gear encircled the pier. Lenses whirred. Crowds buzzed. Aunt's grin stiffened. What's happening? I queried. Vlog initiative, the coordinator stated. Tale of kin, adventure and autonomy. Ms. Voss sanctioned it. Head swiveled. My name rippled like a flame. I descended leisurely, serene as verse. Ease up, I advised. You craved spotlight. My cousin's hat trembled. Lyra, halt. This is our launch. Precisely, I concurred. Now all witness your essence. How your takeover commenced. Cameras swept as Dad gripped my sleeve. You mustn't. Beamed. Lawfully I may. You recorded me unapproved first. Attendees murmured, devices rising. The ideal veneer fractured like ice. My cousin blanched under the glare. I bent near for her ears. You instilled hush. I mastered tactics. Then to the team rapid. Keyframe secured. As they withdrew, hush blanketed the dock denser than cheers. My kin rigid amid their spectacles debris. I didn't sabotage their trip. I unveiled it. By Monday morn, online realms amplified as usual. Truth via skepticism. Snippets from the shoot viraled. Attendees shared bits pre-awareness. A cousin's fray, parents' rebuttal. And kin poised amid chaos. Opinions cleaved like jury. Half compassion, half acclaim. Boundaries earned. Such clans erode subtly. Lyra squad. I engaged none. Hush I'd grasped form's finale. And phoned once that eve. Tone diminished, worn. You shattered us. No, I uttered softly. I captured you. She attempted words, but sobs preceded. I disconnected. Phone inverted on surface. Outside, skyline pulsed like absolution-seeking harbor. I lingered by the pain of the space they'd besieged. My silhouette altered now. Not sterner, merely authentic. Theo texted. Status? Affirmative. Next chapter. Existence. The ensuing weeks, I restored tranquility room by room. The counter they marred with spills polished anew. The journal's intrusion erased. The apartment mine once more. Juridically, sentimentally, wholly. Then one day a package landed. Anonymous, no sender. Within $9,000 cash and a scribble in my cousin's script. For the hassle we imposed. Regrets. I pondered it extensively. Not pardon but acknowledgement. She'd compensated at last. I stowed the funds in storage and stepped to the balcony. The metropolis hummed, vibrant and dynamic. Somewhere distant, voices ascended, unsolicited, benign. I savored my tea and grinned. Equity arrived not in wrath, in clarity. For occasionally, the softest vengeance isn't ruin. It's sovereignty. And mine was absolute.